So, naika uje Zulot makambirana za Neocolonialism. Ambili samadziwa kuti Neocolonialism ndi chani. Sorry lero navala shirt ya maluwa. Ambili samadziwa kuti tikamanena kuti Neocolonialism ndi chani. Now, nakuzani kuti nthawi zina ndizibwera ndikukupasani a picture of what is happening dziko lathu chimene likubwerera mbuyo. Ndi zinthu zimene anthu andale ambiri samadziwa. Ndikanena kuti andale ambiri samadziwa, ndikutanthauza kuti ndale zimene tikupanga ku Malawi sizoyendetsa dziko lija kulipiritsa patsogolo yake. Ndi ndale zongopangitsa kagulu amene katenga boma kuti kakhale kolemera. Ndikuwuzani chifukwa chake. The foundation yake is not a democracy yake. Foundation yake ndi Neocolonialism. Ndetikati Neocolonialism ndi yani? Malawi kuyambira the 1800 kufika jama 1955 up until time ina kamuza mabwera, it was a colony colonized by the British. That is why timayankhula Azungu. That is why we are conditioned to be like the British, to dress like the British. That is colonialism. They colonized our mindset. They colonized our way of life. They colonized our thinking. They colonized our money, the way we make money, everything. It's Eurocentric. Azungu amapanga colonize where they go to dominate. They anatipanga colonize ifeo ndikutipatsa their principalities, the governance principles, the way they want the government to lead. But what they did was take away our identity, kutilanda ifeo identity yathu. Mene tingazilamulire toka. You know, zinthu zimene zinapanga affect Malawi. Ne atabwera ayina kamuzu, atabwera ayina Oton Chirwa, anthu akuluakulu athu aja, ma founding fathers athu, achina Henry Chipembere, Dunduzu Chisiza, Yatuta Chisiza. Those people anapanga fought to bring independence. Now, they brought independence. We became an independent country in 1964, I think. And then Maloma freedom, tinapezeka kuti tinapanga usher in a demigod. Amene anapangano allow neocolonialism by giving us a one-party system. Kuwapha zinzako samana kuya na unchidu. Kuti iyeyo akhale dictator, because he was a plant. Zimene amachita Azungu amapanga identify a weak man around you. Ndikumpangisa okhala ngati wanzeru wambiri, education, ma degree ambiri, chani, exposure, but he is serving the Bretton Woods gun. Now, I'll tell you why Kamuzu destroyed Malawi. Baratenga boma lija anayamba kupita kuti. Anayamba kupita ku IMF, World Bank, kumakatenga ndrama. Ndrama zija anapanga invest in mafarm here, tea estate, chani, but that was not enough. Because farming alone could not have created a vibrant economic system. So what did they do? Kamuzu said, Tirinima minerals in Tiwataye. Zathu ku Zambia, they have built a copper belt where they are mining copper. The whole copper belt, it's the backbone of Zambian economy. The progress Zambia has made overtaking Malawi is because of the copper belt. Mulanje Mountain, that is our documented in the uranium 1 billion. Then you go all the way to Ntaja, all the way Zomba, going Mangochi, Pakana Lake Malawi. What does Kamuzu say? Kamuzu anaita na Azungu aja. Wauza kuti. Ndifuna ndipange ndapasa Malawi an opportunity to build the economy. Azungu anamuza kuti ayi. Tukupasa program. Yochedwa TEBA, TEBA. Amalawi azipita ku TEBA. Azikagwira ku migodi ya ku South Africa. Musamange migodi Malawi ayi. Kamuzana kula ntima anamuza kuti mpanga tukubwesera company. Tukubwesera an organization. Organization mene amaecha UNESCO. You know UNESCO ili kumalawi mona that is protecting our heritage. No, that's not our heritage. That is to demarcate areas where we can have our natural resources, our minerals. Ndukukuzani niyo kuti musaigwire landi mene because it's a heritage site. Mukapanga zimenezo muononga nature. That is why pali ponse pamene pali UNESCO heritage site pali ma minerals athu amene angathe kuti tukulafa Malawi. Ife na Malawi simu Africa tizikhala manyumba amautu. We are not supposed to even live in the poverty that we are living in now. Omaro anatipanga condition to think kuti pamene pali UNESCO baje tikapugwirapo ndekuti tuononga heritage yathu. What kind of heritage are they talking about? I'll give you an example. Lake Malawi Game Reserve. They are protecting the natural fish species because Lake Malawi has the most beautiful and diverse fish species in the world, which is true. Mati, there are millions and millions of species that they don't have in the world. Scientists, it's their wet dream. But in the game reserve, there is also the diamonds, the gold, the much needed minerals that we need to export polished and create an economy so that we are not dependent on IMF, World Bank, African Development Bank. All these institutions were given to us because that is the other way of making people indebted to these organizations. You know, with all our resources, IMF IMF tells Malawi government where to go and buy fertilizer. IMF tells Malawi government who to deal with for development. If Malawi government goes into bed with the Chinese, IMF says, mulindi ngongole zathu zambiri nebweza ngongole zathuzo pitani kwa Chinese yo. Imene on the Neocolonialism. They have colonized us by turning us indebted to them, beggars. That is why Malo onsamene failed the natural resources abwino. They have been turned into heritage sites. Mulanje Mountain Heritage Site. I would musapange mine uranium mali pa Mulanje Mountain. Really? Pamene bajaba pali over $1 trillion worth of uranium. Itabukale found a system, very powerful system, deposits of uranium that we can harness. And when we harness the uranium, what do you get? Nuclear power. And what do you have? Nuclear energy. That means you are supplying electricity to Mozambique, Zambia, South Africa. South Africa gets its electricity from Kaburabasa, the man-made dam. Now imagine if we were supplying them. Imagine if we had that plant employing over 100,000 of our people working there instead of them going to South Africa. Then hey, Malawi, no. Because of neocolonialism. Manamveka, the current ministers of finance, for 2-3 years, Malawi difutika, we are getting rid of IMF. We start from there. Trust me. Anyway, let me get back to work.